What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and to another WWE 2K20 video. And today we're going to be discussing 5 improvements / new features that I would love to see added in universe mode. These are features that I feel like is gonna make the game mode not just better but also more fun, and it's gonna keep us playing it for a longer period of time. Before we get into it though, quick disclaimer, I'm not sure when you're watching this video, but as of me recording this, nothing has been confirmed except for the fact that we know the game mode is gonna be in the game. I'm also gonna be focusing on some of the bigger things, so I might leave out something that is probably coming to your head right away. Anyways, before getting into it, hit that notification and subscribe to the channel if you haven't just yet, and to not miss any of the content for this year's game. With that said, let's get into it. So universe mode is a game mode that we always ask to get improvement for because we wanted for it to be awesome, even better than my career and so on. And a feature that I constantly get asked is, why don't you bring back GN mode? And yes, that will probably be great for like 20 minutes until you realize that not everything on GN mode is awesome. But I'll tell you this, they could start off with that beginning. That draft is awesome and there is no question about it. WWE games should be putting this on their yearly release of the game. Drafting a roster just makes everything so much more better. And I'm not talking about just drafting the draft the first time that you log into the universe mode. This should be a thing every single year, maybe after WrestleMania. Have it so that you know there is the draft coming, so anything could happen between the brands that you got in your universe. With that being said though, what makes the draft so significant is the ability of you having some type of currency so that you could buy contracts of the superstars that you want in your roster. Every superstar is going to be an investment to the point where, of course, throughout the year before the next draft, you're going to be collecting as much money as you can on every show so that you could buy more superstar for longer contracts and so on. So all of that small detail that was in GN mode when it came to drafting your roster should honestly be there on universe mode on a yearly basis. Up next, we're taking a bit of a different route. Wouldn't it be awesome if your show get a full review that you're able to share with your friend? That's all that we really need. Some type of full show review that we are able to share it with our friends that also play the game, and we could compare our show rating to their show rating, how much we earn, and so on. If you've been watching Xavier Woods and Tyler Breeze play, then you exactly know what I'm talking about. It just is gonna be working in an online type of feature. Just the ability for us to share each other's full show review / rating and compare who did better and not, and ultimately just compete to get the best show possible. There's of course other small online features that they could add to all of this. Would be insane to even just get the ability for you and your friends to pick a single show and do a draft online. Like that type of online feature, it's what we need in a wrestling game, especially for a game mode like universe mode where you're supposed to be in control and you should be competing with other brands. The third feature that I would like to see is continuity within the show. I feel like after you edit your match card, there is no need for you to go into a match, then come back to the menu, then go into another match, come back to the menu, then go into a promo, and so on. That back and forth shouldn't be there. The show should feel like a continuous thing where as soon as you book the match card that you want, you edit it, you did whatever you want, you got the position of the matches. Once all of that is done, once you press start and you press start that show, you should be able to have everything played out in one single setting so that it could feel like an actual show. Yes, I understand that sometimes we want to simulate matches and so on, and I feel like you should even be able to have that feature before you even start the show. If you know you're gonna simulate a match, then just have some type of preset that ultimately makes that happen. Or when you press the pause menu, just have the option to simulate and just go to the next match right away, where you don't have to go back to the menu and then to start the next match. I'm just looking for some type of continuity here so that if I want to see 3 of the rivalries played out, I'm able to do that, like if I'm just watching a full show. And then at the end of the whole show, of course, you could give us the ratings and so on of every single matches, or maybe have that type of progress somewhere in the pause menu. If you guys haven't gotten the gist by now, I absolutely hate the loading screen, okay? So I just want to see a full show played out, intro all the way to the point where we see the little WWE copyright logo. Another thing I would love to see is for them to take injury a bit more serious. Give us details of what type of injury a certain superstar ended up having and for how long they're gonna be out of action and you're not gonna be able to use them in the roster. Now I understand it might be frustrating that your favorite favorite superstar is taken out, but we are playing a video game, so check this out. How about if there's an option where you pay a massive amount of money to get the best doctor to treat that superstar, and because you're paying that extra, he's gonna make a speedier recovery. I mean, John Cena started, he's just gonna come back in a week. Again, it's gonna cost you though, so you're gonna have to think about it. Is it worth it to pay that much money just to bring back an injured superstar quicker? This is just another feature added into the layer of drafting your own roster, having some type of currency, and so on. And last but not least, I'm gonna keep it simple. Why don't you just go ahead and put creative story right into universe mode? Could you imagine if we get creative story, we create the story that we want just like we used to do in WWE 2K20, and now we just import that into universe mode and let it play out as one of the rivalries and top storyline that we have on the show. This will literally be insane, because you imagine having multiple creative stories and then having played out on a weekly basis on universe mode. That will be insane. Of course, still leave the rivalry option there where it's just randomized, but I feel like we should also be able to create that story within our universe. I would also love to see creative story just return by itself, because we know how great it was. Anyways guys, that is what I got for you in this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to elbow drop it, and of course let me know down in the comments below which other feature you would like them to add in universe mode to make the game more better. As I said before, I know that there's a lot of features that I'm not mentioning, like improving the promo engine, letting us add more matches to the weekly show, and of course pay-per-view and so on, but I wanted to switch it up from those obvious ones and discuss these other ones. With that being said, subscribe to the channel if you haven't just yet, and hit that notification as we on the road to 100,000 subscribers. I'm Macho T out. Dig it!